The first contention about monetization and competitiveness is not going to occur since Article 2 of the Outer Space Treaty by the UN states outer space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies, is not subject to national application by the grant of sovereignty by means of use of occupation or by any other means. If no country can possess space, then the country militarily cannot logically possess space. There is already a law. It means there will be no militarization. And what kind of law will the poor side make? What kind of law can stop military space technology development? Where it is brought to help competitiveness. The Space Treaty said no nation can be a good on another planet or extraterrestrial life. Your third point and second point is contradiction. Your third point, you said we can preserve the extraterrestrial life and ecosystem. So you admitted we have spent money and explored the ecosystem and microbial life because we want it. With the new law you mentioned, we cannot do this anymore. We know almost nothing about space, probably just as much as sand current in the Sahara Desert. However, you are trying to create a law that will prohibit space exploitation as a whole and shut down all international and national space organizations as we heard it. How will we create a law that can be defined what we protect? We have to explore what we are talking about. Your second point is destroying your third point, and your third point is destroying your second point. Your second point also fails to be credible, only because the money for space exploitation will not be used. Does not mean we will use it for the development for others who are in need. How can you assure that all the money will go for the poor people, and what kind of poor people? Your point has no credibility and is not logical, nor will explain it. We believe that international law does not need to include an overriding ethical obligation to protect and preserve microbial life. First, I will explain my position, and then I will respond to my opponent's argument. First of all, we believe that law cannot come before exploitation. When we have a law or law, we make a moral decision between right and wrong. But how can we make a decision between right and wrong when we don't know what is there? For example, if we encounter life that has no benefit or harms for us, it wouldn't have many effects. However, if we find a microbe that could make us like 100 years more, that would definitely change the way we see ourselves as human beings and change our moral responsibility to other people in very interesting ways. If they begin when dangerous to us, we will be concerned with creating laws to protect ourselves from them. My morality is always responsive to the condition we encounter. We have to understand the situation we're encountering before we can say anything definitive. Furthermore, we don't know enough about space, especially when it comes to microbial life. Humans have never left the orbit of our planet. We don't even know how far space extends. For example, we recently discovered a star 7 light years away. Before, technology wouldn't allow us to see that far. We also believe that the current laws are enough. Right now, we have laws and guidelines to explore space and prevent the contamination of space. We believe these laws are adequate. For example, their provision for the freedom for all countries to express peace, profit life, promote international cooperation and understanding. Therefore, we are proud to oppress. Thank you.